Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Sheeran is ready to play some games. Hello everyone, and welcome to Giganato Gaming. I hope you enjoy the video. What is up, my fellow dinosaurians? Giganato Gaming here, and welcome back to another episode of Astraeos Season 4. Last we left off, we tamed these guys here, the Daemonus, and off camera I managed to get a male Sundred Daemonus. It was a 140, it didn't have the greatest stats. 38 into health, 39 into melee. Didn't have the greatest stats. We managed to get an imprinted version. It's still growing up as we speak, and I got this acro as well. It was a health mutation. I'd like to see if I can get some mutations going, but yeah. Anyway, we got those, and in today's video, we're going to go back into the water. Because remember that Edestus we saw when we were taming the Tylosaur? I'd like to see if we could tame one and see what it's all about. But as we do this, if you find yourself enjoying this video and want more content like this, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more. It would really help out a ton. Let's see if we could get this channel to 2,000 subscribers. That would be super amazing. But with that, let's begin the episode. Alright. So first things first, we want to bring the Tylosaurus. Since the Tylosaurus has that saddle that allows us to go underwater without a tank, we can use that to ride around until we find one. Alright. Got a Spino in the air. There's just bad stuff everywhere. That's an Alpha Spino. Alright, once we go into the water, we will then use the gene scanner to try and find an Edestus. That's what I'm thinking. Now we can go out and look for a Tylosaur. Well, not a Tylosaur, what do you call it? An Edestus. I would like to tame one because they're really cool looking. Alright, let's find one of the gene scanner. Alright, gene scanner. What you mean no applicable creatures? What you mean no applicable creatures? That's a Basilsaur. I was going to say, what the hell is that? Alright. What do we got here? Megalodons. There's probably going to be a bunch of Megalodons in the area. Alright, it's in this area somewhere. I think I see it down there. Please be a good level. Please be a good level. 100. Should we tame it anyway, just in case it's the only one on the map? We'll tame it, just in case. Because I don't want to get into that situation where there are none left, and that's the only one that was there. I don't want to find myself in that situation, so... Alright, we're going to switch over to the Nothosaurus. So we have something we can shoot off the back of. There it is. Alright, it's a knockout tame. 4,900 torpor. Shouldn't be too hard to knock out. Right. Alright, he does a bleed. Alright, that's not too bad. Ouch. Alright, can we stop with the misses? That's a direct hit. Nice. I should get the underwater trap. There's an underwater trap in that mod that has all the animal traps. Ouch. Damn, he's actually doing a lot. Wow. Well, that's a Moza. That's a 135 Moza. Okay, let's maybe swim away from the Moza. Of course, there's a Megalodon after me. The Edestus is on my ass. I'm trying to kill this Megalodon. The other shark's on my ass. Alright, he's only halfway knocked out. Wow. Yeah, bring a lot of arrows when you want to knock out. Of course, there's another Megalodon. Alright, can you piss off? And we killed it. Damn it! Knowing my luck, there's probably not gonna be another one. Oh no, there is. Never mind. Alright, let's see if we can find this second one. Alright, here's a 145 that we could tame up. Alright, let's switch over to the Nothosaurus, even though you're not doing too hot. Let's see if we can do this. Can we stop with these flips? Jesus, these barrel rolls, they're annoying the hell out of me. He's got about... I'm not even gonna say that. Let's just keep shooting him. Oh, we somehow hit him then. This guy wants ammonite flesh. Don't know what that is. But we got kibble, so we can just use kibble. Alright, if you just stay there, that'd be great. Alright, and he's down. Alright. And I am stuck on him. This is just wonderful. Let me put the kibble on him anyway. It's gonna take just the one. Alright. What'd you have? 16 into melee, 31 into health. You had really good health, but terrible melee. Alright, I'll bring you guys back once this guy's tamed. I'll see you guys in a little bit. And there we have it. Edestus has been tamed, and we do need a saddle to ride it, which is fine. Let's switch back to the Tylosaur. And let's head back home. Alright, I'll bring you guys back once we're back at base, and I've got a saddle for this guy. In the meantime, I'm going to see if I can level this guy up. And we're back. I managed to get a saddle for the Edestus, and we're going to use him. I'm going to see if I can bring you to, like, a little bit deeper water. Alright, so, Edestus, what were your stats? We're looking at the 145, I believe. Yeah, this one here. Alright, so we had 48 into health, 35 into stamina, oxygen, food, no one cares, 27 into weight, 34 into melee. You know what? Pretty decent stats. The weight's kind of ass, but the rest of the stats are pretty decent. Alright. Let's get the dragon dropped off. And we got ourselves our very own Edestus. Can I shoot off the back of you? I cannot. Alright, fair enough. Let's get a good look at you. Oh, wow. You actually look pretty cool. Let's go into photo mode. Alright. Let's see what this guy can do. Alright, so... what do we got? Bile immunity. Oh, so we're, like, immune to ammonite bile? Like, the effects of the pheromones? Is that what it is? We're immune? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Alright. The left click does, like, a regular bite. 123 damage. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We can see what right click does. I didn't bring my scuba gear with me. But what does right click do? 166. Okay. I think that's like a tail slam or something like that. Yeah, that sounds about right. There's so many mantis attack. Does C do anything? Oh, that's like a tail swipe. Alright, that's a tail swipe. Let's see what that does. That has a cooldown. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it have a cooldown? I did not mean to dismount. I did not mean to dismount. Passive, passive, passive. I'm running out of oxygen. Can I ride you? Thank you. Damn, that could have been bad. That could have been bad. And that completely missed. Does X do anything? X does nothing. Control does nothing. Alright, so it's just basically a better version of the Megalodon, I guess. Wait, what did we just get from that? Carved fish meat. Eating raw food will... Oh, is that just another... Is that what it can do, basically? Yeah, we get carved fish meat from that. That's pretty cool. We start with 5,800 health even, which is pretty cool. Alright, let's see if we can get this guy to maybe 10k health. Alright, let's see if we can level this guy up a bit more. Alright, we got a Spino. That's an Alpha Spino, level 20. We can kill it, right? Oh, we're almost dead. Oh, God. Swim. Swim, 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 swim. Oh, that guy absolutely destroyed me. Damn. Well, I know my limits. I'm staying down here where I belong. Alright, let me see if I can get my melee up. Alright, can we stop with the misses? Ow, damn. Oh, that Spino's still chasing me. He's still chasing me. Yeah, we get it, human. You need oxygen. We get it. Damn, alright, let's just get the hell out of here. You're not worth it at all. Alright, so we got an Edestus. Pretty cool. And you're still chasing me. Alright, so we tamed up an Edestus. Pretty awesome. Almost lost it, but you know what? It's fine. Alright. So let's head back to base. Let's head back to base, and I guess we can call it an episode. And, yeah. With that, that's gonna do it for me, this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. It would really help out a ton. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.